real quick, I wanted to talk about something, and we won't go very long on it. But no, we won't. We won't.
Okay.
But I thought you might like to talk for a second about a movie that you did that came out.
Yes, actually, we should do. I bet I could get us some pretty good guests if we wanted to talk about that on the podcast at some point.
Well, you should do that.
I should do that. No, so I worked 2 years ago on a movie in Kentucky, and so the thing about working on movies is you always get paid. I've always gotten paid. I've been lucky. I've always gotten paid. Usually you get paid, almost always. But you don't always, the shows you work on are sometimes just a check, right? Sometimes it's not really anything. You are just really clamoring for all of your friends and family to go see. But I've worked on at least one, probably a couple, honestly, that could just be titled "White Trash People Do White Trash Things." And anyway,
yeah, you've done it. I mean, yeah. Now, of course, you did get away with not. I saw that one they were filming north of us wrapped this past week.
And I have, whenever I saw who was on it, I have some people who worked on it that I really love working with, but I couldn't in good conscience bring myself to work on that movie because it was so garbage. I don't have a lot of standards, but I do have some when it comes to getting paid. So anyway, this movie anyway that I worked on in Kentucky was it was a sweet story. It was like a father and a daughter kind of at the center of it, and their friends and family kind of as a supporting cast. Steve Zahn and his daughter Audrey led it. Mackenzie Ziegler and Sonequa Martin Green was in it. Ethan Hawke came in for a few days.
Still my pitch. If they recast Storm,
man,
Sonequa Martin Green would be an amazing as Storm.
Absolutely, she's just a great person to have on set. She's kind and she's the real deal. Absolutely love working with her.
Okay, y'all had Ethan Hawke around a little bit.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke was there for a few days.
Ron
Livingston was there for a few days with his family. So had some really cool people show up for a few days, but the movie was just delightful. It was the producers were really invested in not just making a movie, but telling a worthwhile story and creating a worthwhile work environment. Brittany Ann Cormack was the designer, and she is absolutely one of my favorite people to work with. She is just such a joy. She is always. She's a class act. And anyway, for most of the show, we were a 2-person team. We had a third person on for some of our really big days, but it was mostly just the two of us. And I don't like working 2-person costume departments. They're really hard, but this one was, if I had to do it with anybody, it was going to be her.
Yeah.
So anyway, the show, we filmed at this little roadside hotel for a week in the middle of, we were literally 30 miles from the nearest Walmart. You had to drive.
A hotel and a laundromat from in a diner maybe.
Oh, the laundromat was 20 minutes away.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I had to make a haul to the laundromat to do laundry one day. I was doing laundry in my sink, and yeah, it was. But they had bonfires every night, and they were really kind of cultivating a summer camp kind of vibes,
Yeah.
bonfires and talent shows.
Well, that's the movie. I've gotten to show up kind of on a few things you've worked on, and I showed up on that one, and after a couple of hours, I was like, man, this is because for those of you who don't know, I went to art school. I have a degree in art and photography. Walking on that set felt an awful lot like walking into a very active art school.
Yep.
But the movie itself, like, from someone that didn't work on it, like, the movie it's really, really wonderful. It's, I don't want to go too into it. It's not the kind of movie I think I could tell you a lot about without starting to spoil what it is. There's some sadness to it, some melancholy. Steve Zahn's humor shines through. And his daughter's pretty funny herself.
Yeah, and they're great. Like they have a real life. Their real life dynamic is really fun.
Yeah.
And that definitely.
I saw they back during COVID when they had nothing to do and they were there on the farm, and she would choreograph dances for the two of them to do.
Oh my gosh!
So those are on her on the Instagram.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. You went on a deep dive, huh?
Yeah, but they those came up somewhere when I was watching some of the press tour for the movie.
Okay.
Sadly, the movie didn't get into very many theaters. Seems like they put it in just enough to get it award eligible. But the humor shines through, but it's not. I wouldn't call it a comedy. But it's very heartfelt, and it doesn't feel like it needs to spoon feed you everything. And for that, I really appreciated that movie. So, yeah, I mean, right now you'd have to go buy it to watch it. I assume at some point, I know it's got a DVD release. Right now it's on digital. It's got a DVD release coming up mid-June. And I would assume sometime after that, it'll pop up on some streaming service or another.
Yeah, probably.
You know, so we'll let you know when we see it pop up on a streaming service.
But in the meantime, you know, if you're interested, and it can be had on Vudu or
Amazon.
You know, all of those places to buy movies.
Yeah,
digitally.
so if you want to go watch it, I mean, and if you want to support, you know, that's one of the things everybody says. Oh, nobody's doing anything original. They exist. These indie movies exist.
Yep.
The truth be told, if you want Hollywood to get better, support indie projects.
Yes, because that's where. Here's the thing: the future of filmmaking is massive blockbusters and low budget indies.
Yeah.
There's
not a lot of in between.
The in between is
Streaming.
disappearing, which is really unfortunate. Because that was most people's bread and butter, was that in between.
Right.
But
yeah, so no, I mean, we highly encourage you to go support indie films, and if you want to support one, She Dances. It's on all the VOD sites. So yeah, go check that one out.